What's up, YouTube? Soggy Nachos here, bringing you guys a new video. I know I haven't been on lately, really. That's because I just moved into college, so I haven't been like having time to really do much of anything. I've been really busy, schoolwork and hanging out and whatnot, and getting used to campus life and stuff like that. But anyways, back to the topic of the video. So, forewarning here, there's going to be some greening in this video because of this bear that's in this front three that you currently are watching. So I saw on the IRC, this guy posted about a video, not video, what am I talking about? This guy posted about a front three that he was going to do, Roaring Rivers, Boss Bud HQ, blah, 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 like everyone does. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go do it. Knowing that my gags aren't really like amazing, but I mean, like it's enough to get the job done. So I show up to Boss Bud HQ, you know, everything's cool. B, a friend of mine, and another duck named Paradise, I think yeah, Paradise. And he's just kind of sitting there, and then we just get on the elevator and we go. He clearly looked at our gags before we went. So we're going through the thing, and you know, we're playing, mind our own business. Mind that I've played, that I'm not a noob and I know what I'm doing. I played this game before. We're sitting there, you know, fighting the cogs. He just like flat out says, "Your guys' sound is shit." So then I was like, alright, like, what's the big deal? I mean, I have an elephant trunk. I mean, like, have you ever heard of lure, you know? And he just started being an all-around douchebag throughout the game. I mean, throughout the front three. Just saying just rude shit that I have sitting here on record. I didn't get the really beginning of him being an asshole because I decided I was going to start recording, like, after that. So basically what you're going to see is basically him trolling us. But basically what he was saying, he was calling us noobs. He was like, I can solo this. I'm 113 laugh. You know, you guys need me to beat this. And you guys should not be here. You guys don't belong in a front three. Now that may be so that we don't belong, you may say, in a front three. But I mean, okay, I'm 66 laugh, I have max drop, and then nothing else is max. I have a birthday cake. Like, it's good enough for me to be, I guess, carried. But regardless of the fact, he was being a douchebag about it. He decided to go into the front three with us in the first place. Looked at our gags, didn't say anything, and then all of a sudden we get in there. And what actually triggered it was that there was the 4 level 10 cogs. You know, after you do the maze, you got the 4 level 10 cogs in the version 2.0 cog. So we all had the elephant trunk only, and he had a foghorn. So we used 3 elephant trunks in his foghorn, and they didn't die. Now, normally if we all had maxed elephant trunks, and the 1 foghorn would actually kill all level 10s. But it didn't. The one monkey was confused, Dino Monkey. He was like, what? They should have died. I knew that they weren't going to die because of the fact that my trunk wasn't max. My trunk's only minus 19, whatever. And the bear goes, oh, it's because you guys are shit. You guys don't have good gags. You guys need me. You guys are noobs. So he's going back and forth, greening us, just being a really big dick for no reason. Excuse my language. But, so we, you know, we're not going to sit there and tolerate it. You know, I'm not a noob. I know how to play the game. So I was explaining to him, I was like, dude, like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to play the game. And he was like, you have, you know, a maxed gag. You know, you don't have max sound. You don't. He was like, oh, you don't even have max throw. My birthday cake's minus like 82 or something. He's like, you don't even have max throw. You should not be here. Okay? Just because I don't have a maxed gag, I don't have a max throw gag, does not mean I can't win a front three. Because actually, we did win this front three. So, and the only reason that, like, my sound isn't maxed, my throw isn't maxed, is, like, my drop's maxed, okay? That's 10,000 EXP that I got with drop. Like, the game, like, what, has this game only been out for, what, 2 months, still in testing? You know, I have other stuff that I have to do, and besides the fact, I maxed drop first out of every other gag, which is kind of, I wouldn't say, like, oh, man, that's a huge accomplishment, you know, pat myself on the back, yo, give myself 3 high fives or anything, but I mean, I wanted to max drop first. So, I'm sorry that I don't have a maxed elephant trunk, you know, for you. So anyway, so we're progressing through this front three. You know, he's still being an asshole. He decides that he's going to start greening us by, you know, choosing gags that are going to essentially probably get us killed. He's going to sit there and say, you know, he actually tried to green us by, like, we jumped into the battle, and he said, bye, guys, good luck. And then we're like, all right, we don't need you. Like, I had Barnacle Bessie and Clerk Clara, like, we would have been fine. But he decides to jump in the battle anyway. So then now we're all like, all right, dude, like, why are you even in this battle? I thought you were leaving. He goes, why would I leave when I can get experience for this anyway. You know, I'm already halfway done, so I might as well stay. So we're like, all right, whatever. So I'm not gonna lie, the crew were kind of being an asshole back to him. There was a lot of back and forth going on. He was just saying a lot of just unnecessary, unfunny comments that he clearly thought he was cool. And you know, I don't know, it just shows that this community, you know, even through Toontown Online closing, is still kind of shitty because of the way that people act. And people think that because they're a high laugh on a game, they know what they're doing. So I have 66 laugh on Toontown Infinite currently. On Toontown Online, I had 133 laugh. I'm not saying that's a huge accomplishment. I mean, that's not that bad, but I maxed Sellbot, I maxed Cashbot, I maxed Lawbot, I almost maxed BossBot, but then they announced the game was closing and I quit. And as you guys heard in previous videos, I have been familiar and played Toontown Online since 2004. I mean, I quit here and there, but I always came back and started playing. So basically what I'm trying to say is, I told this guy, like, dude, I mean, just because you're 113 laugh and have some max gags doesn't mean that the rest of us are noobs because our gags aren't maxed. That just means you play more. All this game takes is repetition. It doesn't really take that much skill. It takes some strategic input, but it doesn't really take a whole lot of, wow, this guy has to have some kind of super mind in order to play the game Toontown and to be prestigious at the game. So this guy's being a douche, calling us noobs just because we don't have max gags. I told him, hey dude, like, I don't have max gags, he doesn't have max gags, but like, I still know what I'm doing. I still know strategic input. If I didn't know any kind of strategy, we would have all died, because you, like, sure, you could probably solo a front three, but you probably have to use a hell of a lot of SOS tunes, and you rely on lore anyway, because I bet you if you didn't have lore, you wouldn't have been like, bro, I can solo this, bro, I can solo this. So anyways, we get to the third and, you know, final, what would they call it, floor, whatever they call it in the golf course, level, I don't know. And we end up in the gray, which is kind of annoying, me and the monkey, so we like lost a lot of laugh. Bear went through the maze. He decided that he was gonna try to troll us, okay? So he started, like, you know, typing in a bunch of stuff, not picking any gags, kept saying AFK, AFK, you know, basically trying to get us to do everything ourselves, which was fine. You know, we knew what we were doing. You know, if you work together, even if your gags aren't that great, if you work together, it's more of a challenge anyway, and you can come out on top as long as your shit doesn't miss. So we get to the final battle. So he decides he wants to green the shit out of us, not pick any gags at all. So we're going through, you know, picking off the cogs. I'm gonna put the clip on here now, I guess. We're going through the cogs, and this guy decides that he wants to use sound as soon as we use a big magnet. So he's trying to essentially, like, you know, mess us up, try and get us killed or something. But I guess the moron didn't realize that if you're going to use sound, they're going to attack you. So that's what they did. They attacked him. So he got significantly hurt. So, and he was still trying to troll us. So we decided, you know what, forget this guy. We're just going to get him killed. We're just like, if he's going to try and, although he obviously helped us throughout the front three in the first place, because if it probably wasn't for him, it would have been a lot more difficult. But the fact that he was being a douche, calling us noobs, thinking that we needed him to survive, and the fact that he tried to troll us in the sense that he was going to get us killed in the end, we were like, forget it, we're just going to let him die. So we were like, I said, hey, let's just heal each other, let him die. And so he decides to, you know, oh, I'm a big tough douchebag, I'm going to use a wedding cake. And that's what he goes, guys, I have a level 7. So he uses a wedding cake and kills, you know, 3 of the cogs. But then, you know, the version 2.0s, you know, jump out. I think at this point he has like 30 laugh. So, so then, you know, he was like, yeah, I have level 7s. And then, so he waited till the very last second to, you know, choose whatever he wanted to pick. I actually tried to use a small magnet. I knew it was going to miss, but he picked the SOS, and I tried to, like, lure at the last second because I figured it was going to be a Barnacle Bessie, like it was. So this guy was like, oh, good game, guys. You know, I have SOS. So Barnacle Bessie jumps out. This is freaking hilarious. I started dying. So she uses her drop, and it misses. And then the Corporate Raider proceeds to shoot his little eyeball at the trolling douchebag. And he got what he deserved, and he died. So I just wanted to share this video with you guys because that the community really didn't change. A lot of douchebags still out there. A lot of people that think they're good because they have a certain laugh level or a certain gag level, when everyone knows that although gags sorry, my voice keeps clogging, that although gags are important for your success, if you have not the best gags, just because you don't have time to sit there and grind in buildings all day long and you still want to go do something, doesn't mean you're a noob. It's how you use your gags. So to Silly Tempest, who I don't know if he's going to be watching this video, but I know he's on the IRC and I've seen him around multiple times. Way to go. You tried to troll us and it came back and bit you in the ass and you ended up dying and losing whatever level 7 gags you did have. So that sucks, but you kind of deserved it because you could have just helped us and you could have just not been a douche and we would have just got out of that front 3 nice and easy and we would have had no problems. But that's not what happened. So anyways, I know I'm going to repeat myself again, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's all about strategic input. That's it. It doesn't really matter what your laugh is, obviously. Laugh isn't even important at all, except for if you get attacked 4 times, you could die. But some people like that. It's the challenging input of the game. Gags are a little more important, I agree. But first of all, if you're going to sit there and comment and tell people they're noobs and their gags are shit, don't go into the COG facility with them in the first place. So if you have a problem with someone's gags and you don't want them in their group, speak up ahead of time. Because now that we were in the thing, then he wants to sit there and comment and say we suck. And then try and troll and be a douchebag about it, when he could have just said, guys, your gags aren't the best. We'll still win, but maybe your gags could be a little better, so like I don't want to go in with you. But instead, you have to be a trolling douchebag, and this is what happened. So you got what you deserve. That's it.